For months I've been shipping features in my React Native app completely blind. I had no clue which screens people dropped off, which buttons they tapped, or why users stopped using the app. And honestly, I was scared to check. What if the data said everything I built was useless? So this week, I finally ripped off the band-aid and added proper analytics with PostHog. But the moment I installed it, I found a giant red flag inside my onboarding flow that literally explained my entire retention curve. And the worst part? It's been there for months without me realizing. Let me show you how I discovered it and how adding analytics completely changed my roadmap in a single afternoon. Alright, let me show you exactly what I'm tracking inside my React Native app and why it matters. So I started by building a pretty detailed analytics map. Basically, every important action in the app fires an event. When the app opens, when onboarding starts, when each onboarding step is viewed or skipped, when the paywall shows up, whether users purchase, cancel, restore, all of that is tracked. My onboarding flow is fully instrumented step by step. Every screen, from the intro to register, login, picking a name, setting a date, adding a profile picture, connecting with your partner, all the way down to notification permissions and the final demo screens. That means PostHog can literally tell me where users are dropping off in the exact order they see the screens. I'm also tracking deeper features like special dates when someone creates a date, edits it, deletes it, hits the limit, sees the upsell, taps the upsell, or runs into a validation error. These aren't in a funnel yet, but I'm connecting the events now so I can analyze usage patterns later. Inside PostHog, I set up a couple of funnels that immediately changed how I understand the app. The first two are for monetization, paywall cancel rate and paywall conversion rate. They're super simple, paywall presented to paywall cancelled or purchased, and already I can see how many people back out compared to how many convert. Then I have my big one, the onboarding conversion funnel. This one shows exactly where users quit the app. Right now, my conversion rate is 10% from onboarding start to completion. Not great. Honestly, terrible. I was shocked by this number, but now that I can see the weak screen, I already have a plan for improving it. And last, I track whether people grant notification permissions, which is critical because notifications are the entire point of the app. If a user doesn't enable reminders, the app doesn't really do anything. All of these funnels live on a simple dashboard I built, plus PostHog auto-generated a mobile analytics dashboard that shows daily active users, monthly active users, adoption by country, app versions, OS versions, device types, basically everything you need to understand your users at a glance. Seeing all of this together finally gives me the visibility I was missing. So here's the funny part. The hardest part of adding analytics wasn't the code at all. The PostHog setup itself was butter smooth. The docs were great, the React Native integration worked instantly, and identifying users was easy because I already have a UUID from my backend. At first I was scared of all the analytics terminology, what is a funnel, trend, stickiness, and all the other things. As someone who is implementing an analytics tool for the first time with PostHog, it was super easy. They have even a built-in AI on the dashboard that you can ask. It can even build you funnels and other analytics stuff. I was amazed by that, how smooth this onboarding experience was. I did not have to spend time reading the docs for hours, I got what I wanted in no time. Huge shout out to the PostHog team for developing such an amazing tool. So no, the real challenge was deciding what not to track. PostHog gives you this insane freedom, you can track every tap, every screen, every gesture, and at first I wanted to track everything. But then I realized, if I collect too much data, I will drown in charts and never actually improve the product. So I made myself stick to one rule. If a metric won't change what I build next, I don't track it. That rule forces you to think in outcomes instead of curiosities. Like, is it nice to know how long someone spends on the connect screen? Sure, but will that information lead to a concrete UX change? No, not really. On the other hand, tracking every onboarding step, that absolutely matters because if someone drops off early, that directly impacts activation. Same with paywall impressions, purchases, cancels, and notification permissions. Those all influence revenue or core functionality. To keep it all manageable, I built a tiny analytics wrapper, nothing fancy, just a clean way to fire events without sprinkling PostHog imports all over the app. This lets me track events easily, simple, clean, and most importantly, intentional. Every event in my analytics file exists because it answers a question that helps me improve onboarding or monetization. So yeah, the hardest part wasn't PostHog at all, it was drawing a line between useful insights and pure noise. Okay, confession time. During development, I completely messed up my analytics. I wanted to test whether my events were arriving in PostHog, just trigger each feature once so I could build the funnels. Sounds simple, right? Well, on my special day screen, I had a use effect hook with a non-memoized function in the dependency array. So it went into a re-render loop, and every time it rendered, it sent a new special date screen viewed event. Over the few seconds while it lasted, I accidentally sent over 600 duplicate events. 600. The funny part? I'm on the free PostHog plan, so no cost impact, luckily. And because this was pre-release, none of it polluted my real dashboards either. But lesson learned. Always double check your use effect hook dependency arrays, or PostHog will think your users are obsessed with one screen. Once I cleaned up my analytics, the very first thing I checked honestly shocked me. During onboarding, users were opening the register screen, but most of them never actually completed it. Massive drop-off. It was just abandonment. So why were people bailing? My theory right now, email and password sign-up is just too much friction. That's all the app supports today. No Google login, no Apple login, and for a couples app, people want to get in fast and see value immediately. When I built the MVP, I prioritized features and figured I would add social login to the onboarding later. But seeing the data, yeah, onboarding is the feature. And honestly, adding social logins now feels like the clearest next step to boost activation. I haven't shipped the update yet, but the data makes the decision obvious. But at least there are no crashes that I know of. The app has no crashlytics implemented yet, so I don't know. Based on this information, I should have implemented analytics into the first release of the application to understand the user behavior better and reduce pain points that they are feeling. As I develop this application, everything is clear to me, but for the users, it's just another app that needs exploration, and they might decide it's not worth it. The app has been in the store since July, and I had only the store metrics to look at. Later, when I basically rewrote the whole app again and added registration, I could kinda track the conversion rates based on download registration ratio, but that still did not provide me with any information what my users were doing. So now that I actually understand where users are dropping off, I have hit crossroads. Do I work on something exciting for existing users, or do I fix the biggest leak in the funnel first? Originally my plan was to build widgets, both Android and iOS. Tiny, clean home screen widgets that show how long you've been together, different formats, even one with your partner's picture. That's all super fun dev work, and honestly, I can't wait to build them. But the analytics changed everything. Seeing people open the register screen and then just leave makes me wonder if building new features is even the right move right now. Maybe the thing that actually matters most is making sign-up effortless. Adding Apple login, adding Google login, reducing friction. Because what's the point of building a beautiful widget system if 90% of the new users never get past account creation? So that's what next episode is all about. Do I fix onboarding or do I build new features? And what's the impact of each choice on growth as a solo developer? If you want to follow the journey, and honestly help me decide, hit subscribe, and if you want to experience the app for yourself, the link is in the description. Your feedback literally shapes what I build next. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.